Hey, how's it going? Oh, it's chilly. The temperature dropped. I think the high is going to be like 35 or 40 degrees today. But the sun's out, and actually, I just dipped behind a cloud. But anyway, um, I've been getting good solar generation when the sun's out, even though we're in the winter months. Thanksgiving's next week, so anyway, so yeah, let me show you. Right now, the west solar array is getting pretty much direct sun. You can see there. The east solar array is still getting good solar, but it's not direct like the west. So when the west solar array gets direct sun this time of year, and yeah, like right now, it's getting about 1,500 watts of solar generation, and the east is getting about almost 600 watts. If these two arrays were brand new, I think the west would be 2,000 watts or 2 kilowatts, and the east would be 1 kW or 1,000 watts. But like I said before, they're older. The west is probably about 15 years old, and the east is about 20 years old. So they've lost some efficiency over the years. They're still producing pretty good, actually, for being as old as they are. And then, of course, I got my brand new 14 kW generator. But the problem I'm having, I don't have any issues during the day when I've got sun, but at night when I don't have any power, and ideally my batteries would be able to store all the energy I produce during the day, so I don't have to run my generator at night, but that hasn't been the case. Last night was a perfect example. It was kind of a cloudy day yesterday and didn't have a whole lot of solar generation, and my power went out right before dinner. So I ran the generator for an hour and a half, and that should be enough to charge the batteries enough to last all night. But 2 hours later, my power went out again, and I had to turn the generator on for another hour, which is, doing the math or whatever, I figured I was only using about 500 watts of power per hour for those 2 hours that I was on battery only. And so, running my 14 kilowatt generator for an hour and a half only gave me 1 kilowatt of battery capacity or storage, which is not good. So anyway, the point is, I've been looking at replacing the batteries, maybe even the whole system, because I've got the inverter, the solar charge controllers, and the battery backup, which is currently the lead acid battery bank that I've shown you guys before. So I've been researching and looking at different options. There's a lot of different companies now that offer, portable power solutions for off-grid and RVs and whatever. Anyway, but I think I've decided to get the EcoFlow. It's called the Delta Pro Ultra. And actually, I'll just post, like in this video, I'll post some screenshots of that. But basically, it's really impressive. I think just the inverter and one battery, I think it can do 6,000 watt hours. And then you can expand it to, like, each inverter, you can have a battery stack of like 5 battery units. And you can, with their, what they call the home power panel, I think 2, you can expand that up to 5 stacks, or I'm sorry, 3 stacks of 5. So you would have 3 inverters and on top of 5 batteries. So total of 15 batteries and 3 inverters. And I think that, I'd have to look at the specs again, but I think that gets you up to like 90 kilowatt hours of battery backup, which is insane. I would never need that. So, but just the possibility of having that is impressive. So anyway, I've also been doing calculations for what I really need. I got a home energy monitor. I put this in a couple weeks ago on my panel to see how many kilowatt hours I'm actually using per day. And I've been keeping a list of what each appliance is using, per watts and watts hours, and calculating all that. And all of my math kind of points to, right now with my current demand and usage on my my home and everything I have connected here, I'm averaging about 4 kilowatt hours a day. And, you know, if I did 3 days of autonomy with no sun and anything, you would basically multiply that times 3, and that determines your minimum battery bank size. So 4 kilowatt hours per day times 3 would be 12 kilowatt hours. And that's my current situation. If I wanted to expand, and obviously, like if I got an electric vehicle in the future and I want to charge that, then I'd want to, you know, expand on that. So that's why the EcoFlow Delta Pro Ultra is really appealing, because it would allow for that expansion. But anyway, the point is that just getting one inverter and one battery would be enough for my current needs off grid here on my homestead. Like I said, I only use about 4 kilowatt hours a day, so a 6 kilowatt setup with just one inverter and one battery would be sufficient, and then I could, you know, expand as my budget allows, right? I mean, those aren't cheap. I think they haven't released a price point for that, but generally speaking, I think they're talking like anywhere from $4 to $5 grand for that, which is actually really good. All the other systems that I was looking at, the current versions of their portable power setups, you know, to kind of get me anywhere from 3 to 4 kilowatt hours a day of storage, anywhere from, it was like $2,600 to maybe $3,000, you know. So yeah, that'll at least get me started. So I'm pretty excited about that new product. Yeah, so I'm looking possibly ordering that first week of January, maybe the second week of January. And then obviously I'll post a video when I do that. Yeah, that'll, in the short term, solve my battery backup failing, and give me some reliable power. And then as time goes on, I could, you know, add to it, expand, and then have plenty of power for everything I want to do out here. So, all right, well, that's it. I just want to talk about it because I got excited, and looking forward to posting more about, you know, yeah, building up my home energy system out here off grid, and yeah. So thanks for watching.